Roseburg football is on the air. Kickoff is coming up, and the Roseburg Indians take the field for another night of hard-hitting high school football action. From the opening kickoff to the final whistle, the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM as you cover. Subscribe to 1490 The Score on YouTube and catch the action all season long. Now, let's head to the field and get ready for Roseburg High School football on The Score.
Hello and good evening, everybody. High atop at Finlay Field. It's time for Roseburg football here on The Score. We're getting ready for kickoff here tonight as we bring you in for the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run of the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Tonight, it's the Roseburg Indians taking on the North Eugene Highlanders. Roseburg trying to get a win before they get a week off. Next week, a bye week for the Tribe. A chance to recharge, rehab, and get ready for the stretch run of the season. And right now, Roseburg's in gotta-have-it mode. If the Indians want to try and accomplish those goals they set out at the start of the season, this could be a big one. The North Eugene Highlanders come in at 3-2 on the season, 2-1 in league play. They're coming off of their first loss in league as they fell in a tight one against the Springfield Millers just a week ago. We'll see how this one plays out here tonight as Roseburg and North Eugene square off. The Indians at 1-4 on the year, 0-3 in conference play. Good evening, everybody. Joey Keeran here with you. It is a wonderful night for football. Starting to feel a bit like fall, breezy and a little cooler temperatures out there. Some cloud cover overhead as we get ready for this one. Coming up in just a moment, we'll have a chance to catch up with head coach Matt Watson on our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview. Stay tuned for that here in just a moment. Want to remind everybody, tonight's game is streaming live with video online at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel. That is 1490 The Score on YouTube. Find it there and join us for that one. We appreciate everybody tuning in, however you might be following tonight's action. We'll take our first time out here on the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. When we come back, it's a word with head coach Matt Watson on 541radio.com and on The Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
1964, two high school pals opened up a pizza parlor. Over 60 years later, their mission of providing a great value and family-friendly environment continues to thrive. And what's been their customers' favorite pizza since day one? The Abbey's Special. This classic combo of pepperoni, salami, with olives, mushrooms, beef, and sausage, and 100% real cheese tastes as good today as it did way back then. Enjoy great value and classic pizza at your neighborhood Abbey's.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today. Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fence is doing it right for you.
The Roseburg Marching Band performing tonight's national anthem. That was yet another wonderful rendition of our national anthem from the Roseburg High School Marching Band. We are getting ready for kickoff here tonight as we wrap up the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. It's Roseburg and North Eugene squaring off in a league matchup. Final game for Roseburg before a bye week next week, looking to end a skid in the middle of their season schedule. We will have your Southern Septic Cervix starting lineups when we return. We'll be back after this timeout. This has been the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Give them a call at 673-7122. We take a 2-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and other.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Finlay Field at Roseburg High School in beautiful Roseburg, Oregon. We're getting ready for kickoff tonight as the Indians and the Highlanders get ready to square this one off. We are excited to have you with us. Roseburg wearing the home blacks, but with a pink accent tonight. It is a pink out here for the fans and for the team. Usually a breast cancer awareness type of event here at the field. Excited to see that. We're also acknowledging the youth football programs here in Roseburg tonight at halftime. We'll look forward to that. Looks like Roseburg has won the toss. They have deferred, so the option's going to go to North Eugene on this one. We are just getting ready to go. Some clouds in the sky, mostly clear though, as North Eugene will receive to start out the ball game. We'll get a chance to look at their offense in a moment. 61 degrees, mostly clear out there on the skies. We might see raindrops, but that's not expected until late overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. So should hopefully be dry throughout this one. It's a fairly comfortable night, and we'll see how things continue to go. With the offense expected to be out on the field for the North Eugene Highlanders, that'll be led by quarterback Day Ireland. He moved over from the running back position this year. He was a first-team All-League running back as a sophomore a year ago. Now he is leading the offense as the quarterback, and last week he threw for 235 yards and 3 touchdowns, well, 236 to be exact, 3 scores. He also ran for 135 and 2 touchdowns as well. In the backfield with him, he'll have Riley Whitwood and Josiah Corsini, and his targets out wide will be Aiden Hibbler, Soler, Pesco. I wrote it down. I practiced it a bunch. Pesco Solido. Pesco Solido. There we go. We'll get there through that. I got a feeling we're going to say that name a lot tonight. Duncan Raudebush as well out there as a wide receiver. Up along the front line, you've got Ben Noreen, Gavin Church, Reed McNerlin, Jacob Guerra, and Jamison Heatherly. You've got the center and the 2 tackles returning starters from last year for North Eugene, and the right tackle, Jamison Heatherly, an honorable mention All-League selection. They will set up to kick this one away. Roseburg will be kicking right to left on your radio dial. They wear the home black jerseys, white numbers, very visible on the back, outlined in a thin orange stripe. You've got the black trousers with the orange accent down the side, Indians in white. On the helmets, they've got the orange stripe down the middle from front to back in Roseburg ants. They've got the red helmets with the white face masks, a white stripe from the front all the way to the back, as they get ready to receive, moving left to right. Returners for North Eugene. Those are going to be Aiden Hibbler and Pesco Solido will be the guys deep to kick to bring this one back as we get ready to get this one started. 12 minutes on the board, first quarter. Getting ready to kick it off is Remy Huerta, the right-footed kicker. Checks the scoreboard. And they are really going to – I appreciate this. I will say this. We have started early the last couple of times we've been at home, and we missed an opening kickoff return for a touchdown last time we were at home. Thankfully, tonight they're going to put it right at 7 o'clock, except for I planned on being early, so we got some time to kill. Here we go. It's a line drive kick down to about the 13-yard line for Hibbler. Right up the middle, he is met by A.J. Black, who just tosses Hibbler down to the turf at about the 29-yard line. They'll give him a favorable spot out to the 30. And here comes North Eugene's offense as they will start on their own 30-yard line. Day-Day Ireland will head out there. We ran through the Southern Septic Service starting lineup for the Highlanders. From residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered. When it comes to septic tank pumping and inspections, portable toilet rentals, and grease trap cleaning, Southern Septic Service is woman and veteran owned and a proud supporter of our local sports teams. All right, the offense comes out on the field. Ireland is a dual threat. He's a converted running back at the quarterback position. He can throw it, but he is dangerous with his legs. He's ready to go in shotgun. He's got one man to his right. He's going to tuck it, designed run for the quarterback, and he is tracked down at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go on the right side of the offense for the Highlanders. Roseburg will come up and make the stop. Right at the line of scrimmage, back to just the 30-yard line. Nothing doing on first down for Ireland. Ireland last week had 26 carries out of that quarterback spot, so expect to see a lot of him coming out of that backfield here tonight. Second down and 10, ball on the right hash mark. There looked to be some movement early, no whistle though. Nick Ruiz steps up and fills a gap on the running back going through the left side. And that is going to be Riley Whitwood, excuse me. No CH in there. It is Whitwood. Feels like it should be. I've seen the name Chitwood before. I don't know why that came out of the recesses of my brain. 5'10", 200 pounds. Last week, though, I didn't see him in the box score, so it looked like he did not have any touches a week ago. His first carry tonight goes for 3 yards out to the 33-yard line. And it'll be third down and 7. Under center go the Highlanders. Fake the handoff, play action, rolling to his right, goes short to Whitwood. Catch made, but nowhere to go. He might lose a yard. The play carries out of bounds. No flag. I was worried they might throw one as that play just continued out of bounds. Wasn't anything overly egregious. Whitwood on the catch loses a yard back to the 32. And that'll be a loss of 1. And it'll be fourth down and 8 for the Highlanders, and Roseburg's defense looking like they might have a stop on the first series for the Highlanders. Roseburg will send Paxton Burke deep to return. He has been dangerous in the return game, both as a kick returner on the kickoffs and on punt team. They're going to get a late man on for North Eugene. That was Pesco Solido. The kick is away from Hibbler. It's not a great one. It'll go short, and everybody's told to get away from it as that ball will land just on the other side of the 50. Toscano Martin, the junior, was kind of in the area. Thought maybe for a moment he might think about trying to pick that one up. He wisely backs away, and Roseburg will get great field position as we start things here in the first quarter. Roseburg has it with 9:35 to go, a 3-and-out to start for North Eugene, and the Indians will have the football starting at their own 49-yard line. Here comes the Roseburg offense, led tonight by Caden Moon once again. He was the starter last week at Thurston. He'll get the start again, and he hands it off right up the middle. Roseburg will send a back right through the line. Carrying the football for the Tribe is Eli Smith, who is back in the lineup for Roseburg tonight. I did not expect to see Smith out there getting a carry. He missed last week, and he will be back in the lineup. That's great to see for that young man, and he takes it to the North Eugene 47 as he will pick up 4 on the ground. They're going to run it with him again, and boy, after missing 1 week because of an injury, he was in street clothes, walking around with the tablet on the sideline last week, along with Corey Kimball, the starting quarterback senior, who is out for a second week due to an injury. The two of them were on the sideline, two starters out of the backfield, and now Eli Smith back out there, and he is just barreling through the middle. He sets up 3rd down and 3 as he takes it to the 44-yard line. He has picked up 7 so far on 2 carries. 3rd down and 3. Caden Moon under center. He moves rush in motion, and the ball's on the turf. Moon will get back on top of it. He gave it to Eli Smith, but the handoff was not clean. It ended up squirting out, and Roseburg will lose yardage. Fumbles have been an issue. They go back to the 46, losing 2. That's going to be Moon on that fumble, but not a turnover. Roseburg keeps it. They're near midfield, so kind of no-man territory as we hit the 8-minute mark here in the first quarter. Scoreless ball game, and Roseburg's offense will stay out. It's McLean Stedman spread out to the left side. Rush, the left end, moves in motion, and Roseburg will reset as they look to the sideline. Out on the far side, Hertini is the receiver on that side of the field. Moon just completed 3 passes a week ago at Thurston. He will holler and let everybody know what they want to do. They move rush into the backfield with Ruiz in as a fullback in the I formation, and Roseburg's going to call their first time out of the night. They couldn't quite get the formation set the way they wanted. Roseburg calls a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it as well. A 30-second break here as Roseburg trying to convert on 4th down here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Big play early on in this one. Roseburg trying to convert a 4th down. Going into last week, they were converting 4th downs at a 44% clip. They've got Moon back in shotgun. He did punt last week, and now he takes a couple extra steps back, and it looks like Roseburg might just kick this one away, facing 4th down and 4. Moon will get a boot underneath it. Nice kick down to about the 10, and Roseburg will have a chance to stop this one close to the goal line. What a punt by the quarterback. Caden Moon will trap that one down at the 2-yard line, and that is huge for this Roseburg defense. They'll have the North Eugene offense trapped up against their own in line. Tonight's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. So 7:22 to go here in the first quarter. Both teams go 3 and out on their first drive. For Roseburg, a fumbled handoff spoiled what looked to be a promising drive to start. But a great special teams play, and North Eugene is backed up all the way to their own 2-yard line. Day-Day Ireland will be under center with I formation behind him. Turns, hands it to the deep back, going over the left side, bouncing it out, has a tackler around his waist, but able to stay upright and pick up some yardage on the left side of the offense, out to about the 6-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down for Whitwood. That'll make it 2nd down and 6. A nice start for the Highlanders as they try to get out of the shadow of their own end zone. The center, Reed McNerlin, was a guy they were excited about. Returning guy, big body in the middle. He'll set up with the quarterback underneath behind him. Handoff going over the right side. A wide open hole out to about the 15-yard line. And that was plenty of space to run right through the middle, and a first down for Whitwood. The offensive line on the right side with Guerrera and Heatherly, they just open up a lane a mile wide for Whitwood, and that was easy running into the secondary. Moves the chains as he gets it out to the 15-yard line. Pickup of 9 on the ground for Whitwood. He's got 3 carries so far. First down and 10 from their own 15. Again, under center is Ireland. Turns, hands it off. They go right back to that same play on the right side of the line. And again, things pretty wide open, but this time Roseburg reads it. They're able to get in there and fill the gap before Whitwood picks up more than just 3 yards. The ball will just be touching the 18-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Roseburg staring to the sideline as the Highlanders will huddle up. You don't see a lot of teams huddle up too often anymore, although these two teams might be kind of that grinded-out style, looking to try and use up game clock with their offense on the field. It is 2nd down and 7. Ireland rolling out to his left. He throws. It's high but pulled down by Hibbler. He races to the outside edge. A spin move back towards the numbers. Gets forced out on the sideline, and Hibbler will move the chains. That one almost a bit too tall, but at 6'2", Hibbler able to get his fingertips on it. Ireland was hit as he was throwing. He rolled out opposite side. He's a right-handed thrower, rolled out to his left, had to square his shoulders, lobbed it out there for Hibbler, who pulls it down, takes it to the 29-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 11 on the pass play. Hibbler's first catch, and he had to use all 6'2" of his frame to get there. Handed off, running right side again, and finding space once again. Chunk yardage on the first carry of the fresh set of downs. Whitwood will get it out past the 35 to the 38-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and just about a yard to go. 9 yards on the ground for Whitwood, as he has been able to pick some scenes there. They're going to load the box. Well, no, sorry. They're going to bring in a new man in the middle. Roseburg will put Aiden Morales, a sophomore, at the nose tackle position. Run up the middle for Ireland on a design keeper for the quarterback. And he gets into the secondary. Eli Rush will come up to make the stop at the 47-yard line. And that's a nice gain on what was 2nd and short. That's a pickup of 9 for Ireland. So after a first drive stalls out for the Highlanders, they're picking up the pace here, averaging 31.4 points per game. Last week they lost 35-34 against Springfield. This is an interesting stat that I found out about this North Eugene team. They are 3-0 on the road this year. They are 0-2 at home. Kind of interesting to see a team that much better on the road. They have got a lot of guys on the line here, and they are looking to run. Ireland trying to pick his spot, will weave his way across the 50 into Roseburg territory for the first time tonight. They had a jumbo set with a double tight end. Yeah, they had the double tight end set up there with Ireland in shotgun, and he just takes off and runs into Roseburg territory. They'll spot the football at the Roseburg 47. That's a pickup of 6 on the ground. Ireland sets it up 2nd and 4. Again, they'll go with the double tight end set. Ireland will be under center. He's got one offset back to the right side, one back deep behind him. Turn and hand it, running over that right side. Not a lot to move, but it'll make it 3rd down and short. Carrying the football, once again, was Whitwood. And Whitwood will set him up at 3rd and 1 as he gets it to the Roseburg 44, picking up 3. This North Eugene offense has been able to march down the field. They'll spread out Pesca Solido out to the right side as under center goes Ireland. Seeing if he can get the Roseburg defense to jump. They do not. Ireland will signal to the offense what they want to do here. Turns and hands it, running right side. Makes a cut back to the middle. Slipping through tackles. Now breaks out to the left side. Couldn't quite fully escape, but it's enough to get free inside the 40-yard line to the 38, and this march of a drive will continue. North Eugene gets 6 yards from Whitwood, who's up to 34 on 6 carries. Roseburg's got to try and find a way to win on the early downs here. Caden Moon will come in as a secondary defensive back. He'll set up as a safety on the right side for the defense. They go with the double tight end set once again. Shotgun snap. Ireland will take off, and we've got a whistle and a flag here on the near side. From the near sideline, a flag on the play. First flag of the night. They got a false start against North Eugene. So the first penalty of the night goes against the Highlanders, and their drive has been very successful, but they might have given Roseburg a little bit of hope of getting a stop here. It goes back to the 43. It'll be a loss of 5 on the play. First down and 15. Down to 2:28 and counting here in the first quarter. It's been a lengthy drive. 9 plays total. Another keeper for the quarterback. He finds some space up the middle. Gets ripped down. A.J. Black getting in on there. Helping make the tackle. Black, the junior, ripping Ireland down at the 35. It's a pickup of 8 for Day Ireland. He's first-team All-League running back last year, and he's doing a nice job leading this North Eugene offense this season. Last year, Roseburg fell behind early against North Eugene, rallied back, tied the game in the second half, but ended up losing 28-21. Ireland under center, turns, play action, rolling out to his right. He'll fire short, and that one is broken up. McLean Stedman puts his forearms into the back of Aiden Hibbler, lays him out as he's trying to make the catch. No flag. I was worried they were going to call that maybe PI for getting there a hair too early. First incompletion of the night for Ireland, but that was more on the defense than it was on the pass attempt by the quarterback. It'll be third down, 7 yards to go, down under 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter, still scoreless. Fake the handoff, Ireland over the middle, throws high, and Caden Moon will lay out Aiden Hibbler. They're throwing up their hands on the far sideline, asking where's a flag on that one, and I almost wonder. Moon didn't seem as if it was egregious. He wasn't coming in trying to blow up the receiver, but he did make contact with a receiver who was kind of looking the other direction. But no flag. They let it fly, or they let it play. And that would have been just another moment where maybe Roseburg hurts themselves with a penalty. So it'll be fourth down, and the offense is going to stay out on the field for the Highlanders. Ireland looking to pass. He rolls out to his right, hucks it, the comeback route, caught. Yes, it's at the 29, and it's going to be a yard short of the first down if that truly is the spot. They needed to get to the 28, the pass complete. And it's going to be first down Roseburg, turnover on downs. The pass complete. That was Pesco Salido on the catch, but he came up 1 yard shy, and it's a turnover on downs by the Highlanders. Roseburg's defense, a little bit of help from a penalty flag on that drive, will get a stop. Wears off a lot of time as Roseburg gets it at their own 29-yard line. It was a pickup of 6 through the air on that completion. Moon under center, gives it to Smith, and he was close to breaking free for a long run. One of the defensive linemen, or maybe a linebacker for North Eugene, had his arms on him, had his hands grabbing, but Smith almost broke free to get into the secondary, but he could not quite get free. He does go for 4 yards, carries out to the 33-yard line. Great to see Eli Smith back. Happy for that young man. Was worried that maybe his injury might be a big one. He'll set up as the lone back behind Moon under center. Roseburg goes with their tight, big formation. It is a keeper for Moon trying to weave his way. He continues to shed tacklers, but he will lose ground. Well, they might give him right back to about the line of scrimmage, and that's unfortunate. I think if he gives that football up, Eli Smith at least picks up a couple of yards. But Moon tried to keep it, and he goes right back to the line of scrimmage at the 33, no gain. So now it's third down and long, and Roseburg off schedule. They want to be 3 yards on every play if they can, and that one netting nothing. They're down to 22 seconds to go in the first quarter, and we might be done with 1 quarter of play already. Roseburg will go up to the line. We'll see if they snap it. They move a man in motion. They do snap it, pitch it, near side. Running with it is Burwell. Gets a block, gets to the edge, to the numbers, gets across the 40, and he will get taken out at about the 49-yard line. And a defensive player losing a helmet for North Eugene. That is Derek Earl, who lost his lid. He'll have to come off the field, but a pitch and the toss sweep for Dre Burwell will move the chains out to the 49, and Roseburg with their first down of the night. They pick up 16. Dre Burwell, not a ton of carries so far this season, but a big one there to keep this drive going. 2.4 seconds left to go in the first quarter. The ball went out of bounds, or the run went out of bounds, so the clock stops, and Roseburg will get one last chance here in this first quarter to get a play off. Stedman spread out wide left, one man spread out wide to the right side. That's Hertini. Looking to pass, looking for Stedman. Nothing there, going to throw it away. Moon will make the smart play. They had a lot of defenders surrounding McLean Stedman, and Roseburg unable to complete their first pass attempt of the night. We end the first quarter scoreless between Roseburg and North Eugene. It was a quick one. We'll head to the second after this 1-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
When it's time for pizza, make it Mountain Mike's. We only use the freshest ingredients, like our zesty pepperoni that curls when it's cooked to perfection. And don't worry, we put enough on every slice. Mountain Mike's. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Douglas County is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
We flip sides of the fields, and Roseburg will have second down and 10. Tonight's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel and make sure that you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. Second down and 10 after an incompletion to finish the first quarter. Roseburg will run it over the left side. It's Cruz Dirksen for the first time tonight. He was the featured back last week with Smith out of the game in his injury. Dirksen will pick up about a half a yard to a yard. They will spot the football at the North Eugene 49. So he'll technically get credit for 2 on the carry. Roseburg now facing third down and 8. They've got to get it just past the 41-yard line. Roseburg stalled out near midfield in their first drive of the game after starting with great field position. We'll see if they can at least make it a fourth down and short attempt here, if not convert. They'll spread out Burwell wide to the right side. You also had Hertini out there. Roseburg looking to block. It is Stedman on the end-around sweep for the wide receiver. He tiptoes down the sideline, and he's got the first down. No laundry on the field, and it's going to count. Roseburg will move the chains. They called him out. Oh, wait, we got a penalty flag at the end of everything, out of bounds on the sideline. I would have thought he got a little bit further downfield, but they're going to spot him out at the 39, which would be enough for a first down. Well, on the far side, they've got him down to the 29. On the near side, they've got him at the 39. And we wait to see what the penalty flag is going to be about. And they're going to count it off from the 39, it looks like, is where they're going to say the penalty or the end of the play was. It was a dead ball personal foul against North Eugene. So Roseburg, it'll be a run by Stedman, getting it to the 39, a pickup of 10 on the ground for Stedman. And then you add the penalty, an extra 15 yards, second penalty of the night for North Eugene, and the ball goes all the way down to the 24. So Roseburg will have first down and 10 just outside the red zone. They move Stedman in motion, fake the handoff to him. Things are wide open up the middle, off to the right side at the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Caden Moon takes it to the house. With 10:57 to go, Caden Moon takes it in from 24 yards out, and he will get Roseburg their first score of the night, much like he did last week. Things open wide up, and Moon in. He had no one around him. Easy score, and the Indians on the board first. They're getting ready for the PAT, and whistles will blow. Roseburg had Remy Huerta out there. He was 0 for 1 on PATs last week. And Huerta's going to the sideline. I'm not sure why. It's going to be a penalty against Roseburg, it looks like. Well, they don't back the ball up. It might be on the kickoff coming up, so they do. Well, actually, this is not working out. Moon's going to set up the throw. He was the holder. He lobs it to the end zone. They try to get the 2-point try, and covered is McLean Stedman. So the pass failed, and Roseburg will be on top 6-0 with 10:57 to go in the second quarter. I'm not sure why they had to send Remy Huerta to the sideline and didn't let him kick, so they sent Stedman out to try and kick instead. Moon was holding. The snap was not great, and Moon tries to throw it at the end zone. It does not work out. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Roseburg leading 6-0 on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Roseburg gets on the board first. It's 6-0. The Tribe in front with 10:57 to go. It's Caden Moon that scores on a 24-yard run to put the Indians on top. Tonight's game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Roseburg will be kicking left to right. It's Huerta that's kicking it away, so it's not like he's some reason can't be in the game. They kick it down to about the 8-yard line, up the middle. The return man still on his feet at the 25, but he is now pushed backwards on the return. Pesco Solido will get North Eugene set up with the football, their third drive of the night. And I'm waiting to see exactly where they spot it. It looks like it'll be the 27-yard line. Day Ireland will lead the offense back out, trying to overcome a 6-0 deficit. Tonight's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Roseburg takes the lead. We've got Peyton Sharpless-Tate that'll man in the middle. Colby Batchelor on one in position. On the other side, I believe that is Aiden Nutter wearing number 5. He had been number 55 much of the season. They might have switched things up for him. And Roseburg will get a stop on that right side of the offense. A carry for Whitwood goes to the 30. He picks up 3. Whitwood, he's been pretty much on target. He's had 2 runs of 9 yards. Everything else has been at most 6, otherwise about 3 to 4 yards per carry. It's going to be second down and about 7. Timeout taken. It's by North Eugene. Let's go ahead and use it as well. Here in the second quarter, it is 6-0. Roseburg in front with 10:24 to go in the first half on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Both teams have used a timeout here in the first half. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Joey Keeran here on The Score. Helping out tonight, Angela Keeran here in the booth. Back in the studio, Brenton Cranford running the radio production for us here tonight. And, of course, there's you back at home tuning in and being a part of the party. We appreciate you joining us for this one. It is second down and about 7. Day Ireland under center. He'll turn, play action, rolling to his right, goes short to Whitwood. It is covered up. He is tackled immediately for a loss. Dre Burwell is right there, and the senior comes up with a huge stop. They will give the forward progress at the 28-yard line. That's a loss of 2 on the pass completion. And so it'll be third down and 9. Ireland is 4 for 6 to start out the ball game, but 14 yards total. He's had 2 passes that were completed and then tackled for loss. Third down and 9, 2 targets to the left side of the offense for the Highlanders, the wide side of the field. Ireland looking to pass from the pocket over the middle, and it's off the fingertips for Hibbler. Ireland did a great job to get that pass off with pressure coming right up the gut at him. He got it away, and I was surprised about that, and the fact that it was even on target was impressive, but his receiver let him down. Hibbler couldn't hang on to it. It was a little short, but it was in his hands. He just didn't get the reach out there enough, a little bit of alligator arms on him. And 9:35 to go in the second quarter. Roseburg looks like they will get a stop against North Eugene and have a chance to get the ball back for a third time in this one. They lead at 6-0. 9:35 to play in the first half. Punt formation. Roseburg with 4 guys on the line, looking like they might try to send some pressure. They do send some. That ball not fielded cleanly by the punter. Racing out to the near side is Hibbler. Out there, Fisk couldn't get him, but there to clean it up is A.J. Black, and Hibbler tossed out of bounds at the 29-yard line. That is a gain of 1 on fourth down, and Roseburg will have fantastic field position. It was a low snap. Hibbler bobbled it a little bit. He took off running, doing whatever he could to try and make some motion and just get downfield. And he only gets 1. It'll be a turnover on downs. Roseburg, a great break on this one. They'll have the football with 9:26 to go in the first half, and they start deep in North Eugene territory. They've got it at the Highlander 29. Moon will be in shotgun. He's got Smith to his left. Stedman and Burwell spread out to the right side. You've got Hertini and Rush out to the left side. They move Stedman in motion from right to left, give it to him on the end-around sweep. He's got some blockers and some space, gets inside the 25 before he is pulled down. Coming out of the bottom of the pile was one of the North Eugene players, Bodie Huff. Came away with the football, but they say that McLean Stedman was down on the carry at the 24. Pickup of 5 for Stedman. Stedman, this is the most I think we've seen him carry the football this season. He's got 2 carries for 15 yards total, both on that end around. A little bit of a new wrinkle in the offense here for the Indians. 8:48, the clock counting. Second down and 5 for the Tribe. Up to the line. The center. Preston Berry, the sophomore, getting action at that center position. We'll look for the shotgun snap. They've got Rush, Stedman, and Burwell spread out, trips to the right side of the formation. Looking to go a quick pass out in the flats. It is caught, but wrapped up as he was catching the football. The Highlanders blow that one up. It's the quarterback, Day Ireland, that was right there on that one. And that play does not work out the way Roseburg wanted it. Back to their own, or back 7 yards. They lose it back to the 31. First completion of the night for Moon. And the catch was made by Rush. And he was immediately wrapped up. Coming up at halftime, we will have a look at first half statistics as well as scores from other games going on of note here tonight. So stay with us for the Abby's legendary halftime report. South Umpqua and Siuslaw squaring off tonight in a big one. And it's a tight ball game at the end of the first there. Ball on the ground, and Moon just jumps on it. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Fumble on that play. And Roseburg will lose back to the 33. So another loss of 2 on a fumble play for the Tribe. And Roseburg they have found ways to shoot themselves in the foot way too much. So they'll set up at the 33. It's 4th down, and a penalty flag is out from the Whitecap. There's a snap infraction on the Roseburg offense. So they back it up to the 38-yard line. First penalty of the night for Roseburg. It is 6-0, Roseburg in front. 6:36 to go here in the first half. Indians scoring on their last drive here in the second quarter, but they have had some issues on this series. They are facing 4th down and 19. Moon looking to pass. He's going to go over the far side. He had his target. Might have almost had a chance to work that one in the window, but Hertini didn't quite see it coming. And it'll fall incomplete, a turnover on down. So after getting a stop against North Eugene and getting great field position, Roseburg will give it back to the Highlanders with 6:17 left to go in the first half. Missed opportunity there for the Tribe, and the Highlanders will have the ball at their own 38-yard line. First down and 10. Tonight's ball game brought to you by McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection, plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. Stop by their new location on West Harvard Avenue. First down and 10 for the Highlanders. Ireland under center, turns, hands it. Whitwood over the right side. He gets around the tackle and had plenty of space. He barrels his way out to the 45-yard line. 7-yard carry for Whitwood. One of his longer ones on the night. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Ireland will be in shotgun. They've got 2 backs to the left side of the formation stacked over the left tackle. They're going to be blockers as Ireland takes off. He gets around the edge. Spin move at the 50-yard line. Moon and Batchelor kind of collide as they come in to try and make that tackle. Moon will get up. He was a little shaken up on that one, and they're going to bring in a sub for him. He is the quarterback after all. They don't want to lose him. Ireland moves the chains as he gets it to the Roseburg 49. A pickup of 6 for the QB on the keeper. First down and 10 for the Highlanders, trailing 6-0. 5:18 to go here in the first half. Ireland running again. He'll cut back to the middle, and he gets sandwiched. Undercut at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. He'll gain nothing. 2nd down and 10. Second down and long coming up for the Highlanders. Ireland last week was 14 of 27 through the air. Pretty good on his completion, around just a little better than 50% for 236 yards and 3 TDs. We got whistles stopping the play as it happened. We got a penalty flag out from the far sideline. And it is going to be a false start against the Highlanders. Both teams, penalties being a bit of a killer right now. North Eugene's had more, but Roseburg had a penalty their first of the game on their last drive that really was a killer. Ball goes back to the North Eugene 46. Second down and 15. Ireland in shotgun. Play action over the middle. Hibbler, it's tipped up in the air. Diving attempt, and it's taken away by Paxton Burke. Hibbler has had a couple go off his hands, and there's one that's costly. An interception on the tip drill. Roseburg gets the takeaway. First turnover of the night for either offense. Paxton Burke with the diving attempt. He has his 4th interception of the season. And now Roseburg will have it. 4:14 to play in the first half. Roseburg will get the football to start the second half. They start with this one at their own 43-yard line. So the offense back out there on the field. They'll set up with an I formation. The deep back is Eli Rush. He will get it up the middle. Gets out to the 45-yard line. Sorry, that was A.J. Black is the deep back. Black gets the carry. I've not seen him in the backfield much this year. And he gets credit out to the 46, so a pickup of 3. Roseburg using a lot of guys out of the backfield right now. It'll be 2nd down and 7. They go with the I formation, Moon under center, Black the deep back. It's Smith that's in as a fullback. They've got Hertini spread out to the right side, the only wide receiver target. It's a give over the, no, keeper for Moon. He's got space on the edge. He'll get around 1. It's a foot race, and no one's going to catch him. At the 10, the 5, touchdown, Roseburg! The Indians will strike again before the halftime break, this time for Moon. It comes from 54 yards out, his 2nd rushing touchdown in the quarter. He's up to 74 yards on the night, and Roseburg has built a 12-0 lead. PAT attempt. We'll see if they try to go for 2 to get it to the full 2-score lead. And we're going to get a timeout taken by Roseburg before the extra point. So they may want to just see if they can draw up the right play to make sure that it is a 2-point try that gets them to a 14-point lead. 54-yard touchdown run by Caden Moon. He is quick. And Moon has his 2nd of the night. He had a 24-yard run to start out this second quarter. And now tacks on the 54. He's got 5 carries for 74 yards total, and that is pretty much a lot, most of the offense for the Indians so far. Both offenses have seen some steady success and then find drives that just kind of end up sputtering out. Over on the far sideline, looks like the offensive line for the Highlanders is sitting on the bench all on their own as they rest. They're going to get their opportunity to head back out on the field here with 3:18 to go in the first half. Roseburg will have the offense on the field. Nick Ruiz late to run on, and he will check in with Moon as they set up. It's Burwell, the deep back. Ruiz is the fullback. Double tight end for the Tribe, and it's a keeper. Pitch it, and Burwell is going to race to the outside corner, and oh my goodness! Dre Burwell slowed up so that he could run through the defender for the 2-point try, and Roseburg will make it a 14-point lead. I will have more thoughts on this in a moment, but Dre Burwell, football player, he wanted the contact and he takes it in for the 2-point try. Roseburg will make it 14-0 with 3:18 to go before the halftime break. Nice turn of events for the Tribe here in the second quarter. But North Eugene, they've got the capability to strike. We'll see if they can put something together before we head to the locker room. That run there is a play, or there is a scene from a famous cartoon show called The Simpsons, where Bart was playing football, and the bully, Nelson, was just the guy that nobody wanted to hit. And if you played football, there's always been that one guy that nobody wanted to go up against. I always thought of this scene when I thought of former Oakland Oker David Henry, because he seemed like that type of guy. That play by Burwell reminded me of this as well. Nelson is running in. He is using another player as a blocker. He's just holding him and pushing everyone off of him with him. And he's ready to go score a touchdown, but before he goes into the goal line, goes into the end zone, he stops and goes hit some player that's on the other side of the field that did not need to be hit, but he wanted to make sure everybody felt that touchdown run. Return up the middle is a good one. Here goes we'll get his name out to the return man out to the far side. I got to look at it. Pesco Solito, a huge return to the far side. My apologies on the mispronunciation. And that is a huge return. Things were wide open up the middle. He found just a stream to flow right through the middle, broke free, explodes out to the far side of the field, and gets deep into Roseburg territory to the 28-yard line. And that'll set up North Eugene in fantastic position. Pesco Solito. I don't know how many times I said it before we got on the airways to try and make sure I didn't do exactly what I just did. But he had one heck of a return there. Offense back out for the Highlanders, trailing by 2 touchdowns. And they will bring the offense out. Ireland in shotgun. To his left is Drake Anderson, and whistles will stop things before we get started. Not sure. I don't see any laundry on the field. The crew will get together. And I hear from the sideline the coach yelling, "Put your mouthpiece in." Kind of wondered if it was going to be some sort of equipment issue or some blood issue that they were stopping there, but it is Whitwood, the running back, who has to go to the sideline at least for a play. So they replace him. In the backfield is Drake Anderson, a sophomore, to the left of Ireland. And North Eugene's going to call a timeout. Why don't we go ahead and take one as well? Second timeout of the first half for the Highlanders. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
It's Friday Night Lights tonight here on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM with our live video simulcast at 541radio.com. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button to make sure that you don't miss out with our next broadcast of Roseburg High Sports. And while you're there, make sure you hit the little bell for the notifications and make sure you don't miss out. You can get notified when we go live, and then you know, hey, it's time for some Roseburg sports. First down and 10 after the big kickoff return. Ireland up the middle. He weaves his way, gets close to the red zone. He's right on the edge at the 21. Pickup of 7 on the ground for Day Ireland. Had a feeling Roseburg was going to have to try to, it's almost like a Lamar Jackson type. You got to make sure you've got somebody spying on him because you know he can take off and run, as we have an injury timeout here for North Eugene. It's one of their offensive linemen grabbing at his right leg. I believe that is Jacob Guerrera, a junior, 5'10", 245, and he'll get attended to by the training staff for the Highlanders. But Day Ireland, I mean, he was a first-team all-league running back as a sophomore last year. North Eugene had their quarterback transfer to Marist, so they had an opening at the position, and Ireland, the athlete that he is, has stepped into that spot. And, he's done all right passing the football here tonight, but he is definitely a guy that is a dual threat that if he gets some space, gets a seam, and you see how many designed quarterback runs they have for him, he can do the damage with his legs. And so he is a guy that you kind of have to spy, have to have guys play disciplined on defense to not get out of their spots. If you vacate a spot, leave the edge open, he can get around it and use his speed. And Roseburg, so far, been able to keep Ireland in control. He's got 28 yards on 6 carries. Decent, but they've been able to bottle him up a bit. All right, back to action after the injury timeout for Jacob Guerrera, the right guard. He goes to the bench for at least one play. Ireland looking to pass, has some time, hucks towards the end zone, tipped up and knocked away by McLean Stedman out that direction. Stedman with some size, marking against Pesco Salido, who's listed at 5'7". Stedman's probably just a little over 6 foot. Incompletion will make it 3rd down and manageable. Got to get the ball to the 18. About 3 yards left to go. Stedman was right there, step for step with Pesco Salido. And he had the inside edge, just able to hop up and get his hand in the way to poke it away. Ireland in shotgun. One man to his right. Rolling out, dropping deep. They're going to set up the screen to Whitwood. Roseburg not too confused on it, but a nice second effort by Whitwood. They hit him short of the line of scrimmage, but he was able to muscle his way through it. He plays a little bully ball and takes it down to the 18-yard line. Nice conversion there for North Eugene. The pass completion goes right to the line to gain at the 18, so it's a pickup of 3. The catch made by Whitwood. He moves the chains by just a hair. First completion after 3 straight incompletions for Ireland. He's going to take off to run here. He gets forced back upfield and back inside. Ruiz out there covering the outside edge. Ireland will go upfield to the 14-yard line, it looks like. Let's see where they might stretch it down to the 13. Pickup of 5. And they back it up. So it's a pickup of 4. It's bottom down at the 14. Running the ball right up the middle. Ireland. This time he can't get it to the outside edge. He gets taken down for a loss. Back to the 16-yard line, a loss of 2. Burwell getting in there for the TFL, a loss of 2 for Day Ireland. The clock down to 1:12 to go here in the first half. Roseburg leading 14-0 here at Finlay Field. And it's now 3rd down and 7 for the Highlanders. Roseburg's defense looking to come up with a big stop to end this first half. The clock under 60 seconds continues to run. They spread 2 targets to the left side. They've got 2 backs stacked just over the left tackle. Rolling to his left, Ireland looking to throw downfield. Hucks towards the end zone. It's going to be caught at the 5. Coming back to the football is Whitwood. Makes the catch, and he's going to get a penalty because he got up and celebrated with a first down motion. Excuse me, that was, I believe, Pesco Salido, who is going to draw the celebration penalty. I'll double check and make sure, but I'm pretty sure it's North Eugene backing up. They'll do what we've been talking about, and both these teams have been victims of it here tonight. They've been shooting themselves in the foot, and it will be a penalty. First down on the completion to the 5, and then it's after the play, a penalty against North Eugene. 11-yard completion. And then the penalty flag moves it all the way back out just to the 20-yard line. Pesco Salido Pesco Salido. Nice job making the catch, but cost himself the 15 yards by celebrating and pointing. 44.8 seconds to go here in the first half. Timeout taken down on the field. It's the final one for the Highlanders before going in to the halftime break. Here at Finlay Field, tonight's game brought to you by Gibbs RV Superstore. You gotta get to Gibbs. We've got some updates on games going on in the conference tonight. We've got updates on games going on around Douglas County this evening, so stay with us. Coming up at the halftime report, it's your Abby's legendary halftime report coming up in just a little bit. We'll get you caught up with everything going on here tonight. Well, it'll be first down, but back at the 20-yard line. This drive started at the 28 for North Eugene. They got it down to the 5 on that pass completion, but backed themselves up with their penalty. Penalties have definitely been an issue here in the first half for the Highlanders. They trail 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we will have the presentation from the Roseburg High School Marching Band with their performance Cruisin', taking their inspiration from Graffiti Weekend here in Roseburg. It's been a lot of fun to see that the last couple of times here at home. And they will also recognize, I think tonight was a youth night along with the Pink Out. They invited youth football players in the community to come on out, wear their jerseys, and get in for free here tonight. All right, out of the timeout by North Eugene. They send the offense out. Ireland with Anderson to his left, who stays in as a blocker. Ireland steps in the pocket, has a man wide open, and across the goal line and in. Aiden Hibbler, this time he's able to just stroll in for the touchdown. On the first play out of the timeout, an easy 6 for the Highlanders. Ireland had plenty of time, and Hibbler was wide open over the middle. And once he caught the football, there wasn't anybody really within reach to try and stop him from getting across the goal line. So the Highlanders get on the board here in the second quarter. PAT is up and good. It sneaks in through the right upright. The PAT kick from Miley Johansson, who is the first female to score a point for the North Eugene Highlanders in the program's history. She's been kicking PATs all season for them. Last week she was 4 for 4 in the loss against Springfield, but she has been the PAT and field goal kicker, although she has not had a chance to kick any field goals in a game. The report I read about her, she can hit from 40 yards out. They also have another kicker who's on the soccer team, Silas Sixkiller. He'll do the kickoff coming up here in a moment. So the TD pass goes 20 yards to Hibbler, and then the kick by Johansson makes it 14-7. Roseburg still in front. 38.3 seconds to go. Here in the first half, the Indians will get a chance to get the ball back, presumably. 20-yard completion to Hibbler, his second catch of the night. He's got 31 on the evening. Last week, Hibbler had 3 catches for a total of 71 yards. So Roseburg will prepare as if there could be an onside kick coming. Coach Watson was telling me that North Eugene was very aggressive with their special teams last week, so we'll see. They do spread them out. They were all stacked up. They spread them out in a traditional kickoff form. We'll see what happens here as the kickoff is sent away. The kick goes deep from Sixkiller. down to the 10-yard line. It is Burke. He will angle out to the near sideline, gets to the numbers. He will get out to the 40, lowers his shoulder into the coverage man, Elijah Jones-Brown, and he takes him down out near the 45-yard line. There's a penalty on the far side of the field. A penalty flag down. And we'll see what this one's about. We had a very quick first quarter. Only one penalty flag. We've been making up for it here in the second quarter. 4 flags total here in this period. 29.9 seconds to go before halftime. Roseburg has the football at the 45 at the moment. It's a hold against Roseburg, completely away from the return. So they'll count it off from the 42-yard line, I believe. And between the 42 and the 43. And so the penalty will move Roseburg back to their own 32-yard line. First down and 10. Roseburg has the football at their own 32.5-yard line. Caden Moon in shotgun. He'll move Stedman in motion. Give it to him on the end-around sweep once again. Stedman with his speed stretches it to the sideline. Will get out of bounds. He'll pick up modest yardage on first down. Roseburg with not a lot of time on the clock. That might not be enough for him really here. The ball gets to the 37-yard line on the carry by Stedman. It's a pickup of 5. Second down and 5. It's a long 4, really. Moon, in shotgun with Smith to his right. You've got Burwell spread out wide, Stedman in the middle, and Rush on the right side. It's a keeper for Moon. There's a penalty flag out. Moon will get out to the edge. He was out to the 44, which would be good for a first down, but a penalty flag out in the area of holding. Whistles continued to blow there. I'm not sure if there was something, for some reason they were trying to calm down one of the defensive players for North Eugene. The penalty does go against Roseburg. That's Ryan Boylan. Not sure what might have caused him to get a little heated, but or why the officials ended up needing to kind of insinuate that the play was dead and that cooler heads needed to prevail. Penalty flag was out at the 37-yard line. So they back him back to the 27. Hold right at the line of scrimmage. And the penalty flags are out, and both teams have been finding themselves moving backwards. So they're at second down and 16. Got to get the ball to the 43, and Roseburg's going to take a knee to go into the half with less than 20 seconds to go. So here we go. One half in the books. Roseburg, a good first half on the scoreboard. They lead it by, let's make that a 7-point lead. Add that extra point there for North Eugene. It is 14-7 as Roseburg takes a knee and sends us to the halftime. Roseburg will get the ball to start the second half. So they'll have an opportunity to take it back to a 2-score lead if they can. Halftime break is here. It is our Abby's Legendary Pizza halftime report coming up when we return after this 2-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
1964, 2 high school pals opened up a pizza parlor. Over 60 years later, their mission of providing a great value and family-friendly environment continues to thrive. And what's been their customers' favorite pizza since day one? The Abby's Special. This classic combo of pepperoni and salami with olives, mushrooms, beef, and sausage, and 100% real cheese tastes as good today as it did way back then. Enjoy great value and classic pizza at your neighborhood Abby's.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today. Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at qualityfenceco.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Back here at halftime, the marching band getting ready to perform. We'll bring you some of their performance here in just a moment, but our score at the break, 14-7. Let's take a look at first half numbers on this one as we welcome you into the Abby's Legendary Pizza halftime report. For North Eugene, let's see, let me add up the total numbers real quick. That would be, that seems like the right number there, and that would be the right number there. All right. North Eugene with the slight edge, 123 total yards in that first half. Roseburg with 119. For the Highlanders, 7 of 12 through the air for 48 yards, a touchdown and an interception. On the ground, they had 17 carries for 75 yards total. On the other side for Roseburg, 1 of 3 through the air for Caden Moon, -7 yards. And on the ground, 14 carries for 126 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Tribe so far. You look at it right now, 29 plays total for North Eugene, just 17 plays in that first half for Roseburg. Our score at the break is 14-7. It's our Abby's Legendary halftime report. Abby's Legendary Pizza is a proud sponsor of Roseburg High School football. To win a free large pizza of your choice, send an email to contest@abbeys.com and share your favorite legendary thing about football in Roseburg. The band is on the field, and that's a good thing. It's the Roseburg High School Marching Band. We're going to take a listen for a moment here at halftime.
Oh yeah, baby, it's the last day of school, and that bell's about to ring.
That is the Roseburg High School Marching Band here at halftime. It's our Abby's Legendary Halftime Report. We will come back with individual statistics from the first half, and we will take a look at some scores here at the halftime break as well. Don't go anywhere. More of the Abby's Legendary Halftime Report in just a moment here on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
1964, two high school pals opened up a pizza parlor. Over 60 years later, their mission of providing a great value and family-friendly environment continues to thrive. And what's been their customers' favorite pizza since day one? The Abby's Special. This classic combo of pepperoni, salami, with olives, mushrooms, beef, and sausage, and 100% real cheese tastes as good today as it did way back then. Enjoy great value and classic pizza at your neighborhood Abby's.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today. Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at qualityfenceco.com.
Quality Fence is doing it right for you.
The band continues to rock out to some of your favorite 50s and 60s styles as they are cruising. Their performance actually just, they had one of their program's highest scores at a competition here recently. A very strong performance, I believe it was last weekend up at Liberty High School. The band off to a stellar start with their competition season, and they are putting on the show here tonight. Coming up at halftime, they're also going to acknowledge youth programs here in Roseburg, the Roseburg youth football teams and the middle school teams getting a chance to run out on the field and acknowledge here tonight. We'll take a look at scores from other games of note around the Umpqua Basin. Oh, that's pretty cool. The cars peeling out over there. They got smoke and everything. The production value is top notch. That's awesome. If you want to watch, you can check it out at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. Check out the performance. You can go back and watch it too. 1490 The Score on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and follow things there. That was a fantastic performance. Way to go. We'll have scores going up here in just a moment for you. First, let's take a look at some individual statistics from the first half. For North Eugene, Day Ireland, is 7 of 12 for 48 yards. He's got a touchdown pass and an interception. He's completed 2 passes to Aiden Hibbler for 31 yards. He had the touchdown grab from 20 yards out. Pesca Salido was 2 catches for 17 yards, and also Whitwood had 2 catches for a total of 2 yards. On the ground, Whitwood, 8 carries for 44 yards. Ireland has 8 carries for 30, and Hibbler has 1 carry for a yard. On the other side for Roseburg, 1 of 3 through the air for Caden Moon. That completion was stopped at the line of scrimmage, dropped back, a loss of 7 on a completion to Eli Rush. On the ground, though, Roseburg with a number of carries, just 17, but they've had a couple of big runs by Caden Moon. Moon had a 54-yard touchdown and a 24-yard touchdown in the second quarter. He's got 74 yards total on 5 carries. Eli Smith had 3 carries for 11 yards. Cruz Dirksen a carry for 2. McLean Stedman getting in on the run game tonight. He's got 3 carries for 20 yards, 1 carry for 16 for Dre Burwell. It was a big one. That moved the chains at a critical spot in the game. And A.J. Black came in, had 1 carry for 3 yards. That is a look at your first half statistics from this one tonight. And stay with us in the postgame show. We will name our Quality Fence Player of the Game. Quality Fence is doing it right for you. And we'll find out who's doing it right for Roseburg here tonight with our post-game player of the game, brought to you by Quality Fence. This is the Abby's Legendary Pizza halftime report. They're acknowledging the youth football programs here in Roseburg. They're getting a run on out to the field. Fun to see the little guys running out there. We got the Roseburg youth football programs as well as middle school teams getting a chance to get acknowledged here tonight. Pretty cool to see them all out there with their uniforms getting a run out, just like the Roseburg Indians do, out from underneath their own goalposts out onto the field, and they get to run out to the 20, and that's pretty cool. We'll take our final break here of the halftime show and come back. We'll get you those score updates from other games going on around the county and in the league. We'll get you caught up with what's going on this Friday night in high school football. It's halftime here at Finlay Field. Roseburg leading North Eugene 14-7. Second half kickoff coming up in just a bit on 541radio.com and on the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan?
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
You know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
As we come back here at Finlay Field, the Roseburg Indians have come out of the locker room. They got to run down the tunnel of all the youth football players. Kind of cool for everybody involved on that one. Before we get back into it, we're a little late on this, but why don't we go ahead and get it in anyways. Let's pause 10 seconds for a station identification. This is Roseburg football on the score. I'm Joey Keeran, happy to be with you here on this Friday night, bringing you Roseburg football here on the score. Helping out tonight is Angela Keeran back in the radio booth. It is Brenton Cranford. We are your crew here tonight for this Roseburg football game. All right, some scores to report to you from the 3A level. We got a Douglas County rivalry matchup going on down in Winston, and it's been back and forth. Sutherland and Douglas squaring off, and Douglas gets a score just before halftime, and the Trojans take a 20-14 lead on top of the Bulldogs. Meanwhile, you had South Umpqua, whose defense has been pretty strong, going up against a high-powered offense of Siuslaw in a battle of top teams in what is kind of considered the Far West League. Well, at halftime, Siuslaw leading 28-7 in that matchup. A report saying that South Umpqua's starting quarterback going down with an injury in that one, so hopefully may be able to return at some point in that ball game. those are some scores that I have to pass along at the moment. As for other matchups that are going on here tonight, you've also got the Glide Wildcats taking on the Bandon Tigers in a battle of unbeatens and top-ranked teams. They're both top 10. Bandon number 4, Glide is number 10. Both teams unbeaten. That game out at Glide High School tonight, it's a huge one to start out league play. Good luck to former Roseburg Indian, Zach Mandera, and the Glide Wildcats. He's out there coaching that team, second year, along with other former Roseburg Indians, Colin Warmouth, Carson Ellis, and they added another young man to that team, and I'm blanking on his name off the top of my head right now. He was new this year, another guy that played with them here at Roseburg, and I apologize about that one. Camas Valley hosting Glendale tonight. Riddle taking on Prospect Chartered, looking to stay undefeated, and North Douglas hosting Perrydale. Also, you had Elkton and Gilchrist meeting earlier today, and that 6-man game, that kicked off earlier. Let's see if I can get a score update on that one. Let's see real quick, see if this will load for us here as we wait for the second half kickoff to get underway. Let's see here. Elkton beats Gilchrist 47-7 tonight. So there's a win already in the books for a Douglas County team. Taking a look at maybe some other scores of note for everybody. Let's see here. South Medford and Grants Pass, former league opponents of Roseburg, they are tied at 7 at halftime. Let's see here. Sheldon and North Salem are tied at 14. Churchill and Crater, current league opponents for both North Eugene and Roseburg. Churchill leading Crater 21-14, a close one there. Let's see here. That looks to be most of the updates I've got in games of notes coming up here tonight. So we'll keep an eye on things. You can tweet at me if you want. Joey Keeran, it's Joeykeeran, or you can let us know in the comment section on the YouTube stream if you know of any scores of games going on that involve teams from around Douglas County or maybe teams in our league. We would love to pass those along to all of our listeners, so let us know. All right, here we go. Second half kickoff, getting ready to get things underway for us. Roseburg will be returning this one left to right on your radio dial. They lead it 14-7. The kickoff is deep by 6-killer, goes to the 11-yard line for Stedman. He will angle to the middle, gets upfield, gets a block from Burke, gets to the outside corner, has one man to get through. He does. He's down the sideline. He's got a blocker in front of him. He might go all the way. It is an 89-yard touchdown return. Touchdown, Roseburg. The Indians take it to the house all the way. They did it once already this season. It was Paxton Burke. This time it's McLean Stedman. He weaved his way through traffic, got to the edge. He uses his speed, and he breaks one tackle, had help in front, and no one was going to catch him. A touchdown for the Tribe, and they will add to their lead. They are on top 20-7, pending the extra point. Huerta out to kick it. The spot down by Stedman. The kick away, and it's good. And it's 21-7. Roseburg in front to start out the second half. How about that? Well, that's one way to get things started for us. Right out of the Abbey's Legendary Pizza halftime report, we get a legendary performance from McLean Stedman. Let's take a 30-second timeout, and we'll come back with more of the second half here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Social Security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
When it's time for pizza, make it Mountain Mike's. We only use the freshest ingredients, like our zesty pepperoni that curls when it's cooked to perfection. And don't worry, we put enough on every slice. Mountain Mike's. Pizza the way it ought to be.
An 89-yard touchdown return by McLean Stedman will start things off in the second half for us and put Roseburg up back by 14 on top 21-7. They'll go with the kickoff. It's a short one to the 26. It's Whitwood on the return, and he'll get bottled up at the 31-yard line. Just a short return of about 5 yards on that kickoff return for the Highlanders. So they will set up with the ball at their own 31-yard line, and they once again find themselves trailing by 14. Whew. What a way to start out the second half. So North Eugene gets the football. What do we got? 11:40 to go here in this third quarter. And they start with the ball at their own 32. Offense out there. Roseburg's offense never even took the field. Turn and hand it off. Whitwood, running over the right side. It's not a tough name. Not sure why I keep tripping up on it. Whitwood goes over the right side. He'll pick up a couple of yards. 35 is where they'll spot him. He gives him 3. Whitwood on first down, just short yardage over the right side of the line. We did see the right guard go out with an injury in the first half, but he is back in the game. That is Jacob Guerra. They will hand it off running right side for Whitwood. This time he finds a little bit of a space, and he slips out of a tackle with a spin move. He loses the football. It's Sharpless Tate that comes up with it. The big man trying to run with it. He will finally go down, but that's his second fumble recovery on defense. He also recovered one on offense last week and ran it for about 10 yards. He tried to return that one, couldn't break free, but Peyton Sharpless Tate with the fumble recovery, second turnover of the game for the Highlanders, and Roseburg will get it. Whitwood coughs it up. He had broken free, but somebody got a hold of him and kind of spun him around, and the ball just came spitting out. Sharpless Tate gets it. He recovers the football, and Roseburg will take it at their own 47-yard line. The Indians with a ton of momentum to start this second half. 10:54 to go in the third quarter. They lead at 21-7. That was probably close to about I want to say almost a 15-yard gain that Whitwood had before he gave up that football. So I'm going to give him credit for 15. It was out near midfield. They had started at their own 35 on the run, so he had broken free, could not hang on to the football. Roseburg on their first play of the drive, they pick up good yardage. They get it to the 49 into North Eugene territory. A run picking up 4 yards. The Indians my ball might have come out there. Nutter jumped on it looked like. They're going to run the option, and they had it covered pretty well, but Moon, a couple of shimmy shakes. He just kept the defense backpedaling, trying to make sure that they were in the right spot to cover the option, and Moon just picks up yardage as he makes his way to the 44. So Moon will pick up 5 on that carry. And it is third down and a yard. Third down and 1 for Roseburg. It was Eli Smith that had that first carry, and I saw Nutter on the other side. He was not even involved in the play on that first play of this drive for Roseburg. It's nice having the YouTube stream to go back and get a replay to double-check myself there. Third down and 1. Roseburg will run it. They're going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not really any forward progress on the play. Roseburg tries to go with a dive right up the right side, and it did not have enough. I believe it was Dirksen on the carry. And they just get right back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll be fourth down. Well, we've seen Roseburg go with quarterback sneak at this point in games past. That was usually with Corey Kimball. Kimball can be a physical muscle runner. Moon, more of the athletic speed type. They set up the I formation behind Moon under center. The fullback is Smith, and as the ball is snapped, the whistles will stop the play. And this one might back Roseburg up. And it is a false start. So the Indians will cause themselves harm back to the 49-yard line. Still on North Eugene's half of the field. It'll be 4th down and about 6. Last time we saw Roseburg punt, it was Caden Moon on a little pooch punt that trapped North Eugene down at the 2-yard line. Moon does set up in shotgun. They don't have anybody deep for North Eugene. Now Moon will back up a couple extra yards as he will get ready for the pooch punt, presumably. He does kick it away. That one nearly got blocked. It's angled to the far sideline. It will take a Roseburg bounce inside the 20, and it'll wobble its way down to the 17. So the drive after the turnover stalls out at midfield. The penalty ends up costing the Indians 5 yards, and they'll settle for the kick. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Highlanders from their own 17-yard line. And it'll come with 7:57 to go in the third quarter. Roseburg leading by 14. Tonight's ball game brought to you by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson & Company, member SIPC. Offense back out on the field for a second time for North Eugene. They were driving a bit. They had gotten a big play out of Riley Whitwood, but he got stripped of the football and coughed it up on the last possession. Late man on the field for Roseburg. Hustling out there is Carter Johnson. Running over the left side, Whitwood cuts it upfield, climbs the hash marks, gets tackled forward at the 20-yard line. He'll pick up 3. Patient runner Whitwood. He did a nice job of letting his blocks set up. Then once he kind of found a little bit of a seam, just attacked it, got north and south. Gets upfield and picks up decent yardage on 1st down, makes it 2nd and 7. They go with the jumbo set, double tight end with one offset back to the right side of the line. It's a run straight up the middle for Ireland, and he goes nowhere, right across the line of scrimmage for a gain of 1. With so many blockers up there, and they've got them spread out, double tight end, but with so many guys, and they try to just run right up the middle, and they're unable to move the pile. Eli Wilson, I believe, in the middle there. Eli, a sophomore, helping jumble things up, along with Carter Johnson. The ends are Batchelor and Nutter out there. It'll be 3rd down and 6. They go with the double tight with the quarterback under center, handed off wide open right side for Whitwood, and he does not go down on first contact, and he's still on his feet. He breaks away. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, at the 30. He's at the 20, and he will get tackled down inside the 10-yard line. A huge breakaway for Riley Whitwood. And there is an injured player back at the 20-yard line for North Eugene. That's one of their offensive linemen that is in some pain. Aiden Hibbler's back there with him. And they will spot this football down at the 7-yard line. That is a huge breakaway and turn of events for North Eugene. They explode. That will go down as a 72-yard run for Whitwood. And that will put him at 137 yards on the night. He was wrapped up close to 1st down yardage. He was wrapped up pretty good. And then somehow just spun out of it and broke free of the pack. And then it was a foot race. And for a big guy, Whitwood listed at 5'10", 200, he had some good speed on him. While we pause for the injury timeout, let's go ahead and break away ourselves. A 30-second timeout back after this on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
The Umpqua Dairy Family Reunion. Most people are very familiar with our special ice cream flavor of the months. But did you know that our ice cream is a direct descendant of our milk family, including our newest family members, the organic family of products? Throw in a few more family members, including cottage cheese, sour cream, and whipping cream, and you're going to need a larger shopping cart. And of course, Aunt Gladys loves each and every family member equally. We're Umpqua Dairy, Oregon's favorite dairy family for almost 90 years.
Back here for Roseburg football as the Indians will be backed up against it. They've got their heels just short of the goal line after the big breakaway run by North Eugene. I was looking elsewhere. I didn't spot to see how the young man got off the field after that injury, so hopefully everybody okay. It'll be first down and goal from the 7 for North Eugene. The run up the middle. Whitwood gets stopped at the 3 and finally gets spun down. He is a guy that does not let the feet stop moving, and he stays up pretty good. Good balance for that guy. Bit of a bowling ball. Paxton Burke, the guy that brings him down, as Whitwood will run down to the 2-yard line, picking up 5. It'll be second and goal from the 2. They'll set up. Whitwood is the lone back deep in the behind center, and Roseburg will jump early. Nutter and Sharpless Tate both jumping offside. It's not going to be a huge penalty with the ball just a couple of yards away from the end zone, so half the distance, the ball will go down to the 1. It'll be second and a yard. Second and goal from a yard out. They'll go with a single back behind Ireland under center. Whitwood back deep. They've got one man offset to the left side. And again, Roseburg will jump. Again, it's Sharpless Tate. And we'll just inch it a little bit closer. So Roseburg trying to jump the snap count, have not been able to. Technically, it'll be at about the half-yard line here. About 1 football length to get the cross. It's 21-7. Clock is running, down to 5:15 to go in the third quarter. Roseburg returned the opening kickoff to the second half for a score. Ireland under center. They're going to go with the quarterback sneak. And I don't see a signal from anybody as of yet. I don't think he got in. It's going to probably be third and goal here. Cut down right at the line of scrimmage. Ireland just short. No gain. So it'll stay and goal from the inches line. Third down now, Ireland under center. They're going to try it again over the left side. Did he get the push and get in? Waiting for the signal, and there it is. Touchdown, North Eugene. So the Highlanders will respond. They march down the field and score a 72-yard breakaway run for Riley Whitwood. Set up the and goal situation, and it is Day Ireland that sneaks it across here in the third quarter. And he will have his first rushing touchdown of the night. And that'll get North Eugene on the board pending the extra point. And once again will be Miley Johansson, right-footed kicker. Used to play soccer, but now she's kicking for the football team. Gets her right foot through it and sends it through the uprights to make it a 7-point game. 21-14. And North Eugene cuts it down to a 1-score game. Hold on just a second. We do have a penalty flag out. The PAT was good. It's going to be holding on the kicking team. So I think they're going to make re-kick it here. So, yeah, we'll redo that extra point. We'll take it off the board. So another one here. I mean, why wouldn't I? If the penalty's against the kicking team, then the PAT shouldn't count. So I don't know. You wouldn't want to assess that on the ensuing kickoff and give up the point. Yeah, make them kick it again. Backs them up 10 yards. So this will now, they're going to they're going to have the holder down at the 20-yard line is where they'll put the tee down. So it's a 30-yard attempt here for Johansson. She'll set up. Oh, and Roseburg's offside. McLean Stedman trying to get a jump around the edge. Will be offside, and that'll move this PAT attempt closer. Encroachment. So that'll give up some yardage here for North Eugene, and they'll get a little bit better attempt. They'll spot it down at the 8-yard line, and now the tee will go down at the 15th. So it'll be a 25-yard attempt instead of a 30. The snap is good. Placement down, the kick away, and drilled once again by Johansson. So the kick is good after all of that. We will still have the point on the board. And it's 21-14. Roseburg still in front with 4:26 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
4:26 to go here in the third quarter. Tonight's game brought to you by Waldron's Outdoor Sports. Hunting season is here, and you can check out hunting and fishing gear and supplies at Waldron's, now at their new location, 450 Northeast Stevens in Roseburg. Head on over there and check them out. Support some Roseburg Indians. Former Roseburg Indians running that place now. The Blacks, Brody, and I believe his dad, Todd. I'm trying to remember that. I need to confirm that so that I don't say it every time and double guess myself. Kickoff coming from Six Killer. He boots it deep. It'll go to Stedman again from the 6-yard line. He returned the last one for a score. He gets to the outside edge. A penalty flag is out. Stedman working his way up the near sideline. He gets spun out of bounds out about the 36, but this one probably coming back, as the penalty flag is going to be set down at the 23-yard line. So we'll probably walk it off from there. Let's see, we had 2 penalties on the PAT, so we've had 5 penalties total so far here in this third quarter with 4:17 to go. Make it now 6 as holding called on the return. So Roseburg will get backed up, and they'll start this drive deep in their own territory at their own, looks like they've got it spotted at the 14. Let's see if that's where they keep it. I thought that flag had been down at the 13-yard line, but it looks like they'll keep it at the 14. So here we go. Offense back out there for the Tribe. Last time they had it, they moved for a bit but stalled out. A penalty flag derailing that drive. Roseburg's offense out there trying to get some offensive momentum going. Turn and hand it off, running up the middle. Not going down right away. Backed up. They'll see if the forward progress will give them decent yardage here. Dre Burwell on the carry. Out to the 16-yard line. Pickup of 2. We second down and 8 for the Tribe. Third quarter, I think the band usually takes the third quarter off. Feels like kind of the energy, the buzz of the stadium has kind of settled down a little bit. Imagine the fourth quarter will liven up again, but Roseburg trying to give the home crowd something to cheer for here. They lead by 7 in the third quarter. Moon will pitch it, running right side, trying to cut it upfield. Penalty flag out. Yeah, those yellow hankies have just absolutely mucked up this second half here. It has really, the first quarter took 20 minutes. Second quarter was a little longer. We had some more scoring and a few penalty flags, but this third quarter, we've probably going on close to 30 minutes for this third quarter, and we still have 3:26 to go. The penalty flags keep coming out. Both teams misfiring on this one, and Roseburg looks like they're getting backed up, I think, on this one. They look like they are the ones walking backwards. It's holding against Roseburg. And so we'll walk it off back to the 6-yard line. Second down. Ball all the way back to the 6. 18 yards to go for Roseburg. Caden Moon will head out there for the choir boy huddle. They'll break and head to the line. Roseburg a long way to go to try and convert here. Gibby the center. Left-handed snap, and it is bobbled. Well, Moon got tackled back. Hopefully one of the Roseburg guys able to jump on that football. It was loose. It is going to be third down. Roseburg gets back on top of it. Fumble on the snap. They'll spot it right back at the line of scrimmage, so no gain. So now it's third down and 18. Roseburg probably looking to pass here. They spread out Hertini and rush out to the left side. On the right side is Stedman and Burwell. They move Stedman in motion, fake the handoff to him, trying to run up the middle. A spin move, ended up running into a tackler that came from the backside. And Caden Moon gets out to the 10-yard line. He'll pick up 4, but it is not going to be enough. And Roseburg will find themselves at fourth down and 14. So fourth down here from the 10. Moon has been doing the punting duties for the Tribe. They won't immediately set up in their punt formation, but you got to assume, and now Moon does step back. Hibbler will drop back to the 35 to return, and Moon gets a nice boot away, angled away from the return man. Unfortunately, took a North Eugene hop. McLean Stedman will down it, and now we've got penalty flags out again. Stedman, I think, got the football about the 40-yard line. One of the near side, the lineman on the near side, comes hustling out as he throws his flag. He kind of was chasing a guy for North Eugene. I'm not sure what would have been the cause for the commotion. So we'll wait to see what this hanky is all about. Roseburg football brought to you by Evergreen Family Medicine. Expect the unexpected at Evergreen Family Medicine. Myrtle Creek, they're serving Roseburg, Myrtle Creek, and Sutherland. Evergreen offers more than traditional primary care. You can always expect more from Evergreen. Well, it's a penalty against North Eugene. It's honestly not one I am familiar with what 2 hands on top of the head is. Not one I feel like we see all that often. 1 minute and 8 seconds to go. 68 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Roseburg with the punt. North Eugene will get backed up to their own 46-yard line after a penalty that they look like they were going to be at their own at the Roseburg 40. Now the officials continue to talk, allowing North Eugene plenty of time to draw up what they want to do out of this change of possession here in the third quarter. Tonight's game also brought to you by Winston Auto Care. Don't strike out with car troubles. Call Winston Auto Care at 541-679-8685. Your home team for auto repair for over 25 years. All right, we're back to play with 68 seconds to go here in the third. 1st and 10 for the Highlanders. They scored on their last possession to get back within 7. Ireland under center. Turn and hands it to Whitwood. Running over the right guard. Got stood up and they corralled. Horsetied his feet. He was not getting away on that one. He falls forward for a gain of 2 to the 48. Clock running. We're down to 47 seconds to go here in the third quarter. North Eugene looking to the sideline, maybe timing this up to try and get one last play before the fourth quarter. 21-14, Roseburg in front by a touchdown. They'll set up. Double tight end, 2 backs to the left side. Running that direction goes Ireland, and Roseburg reads it. Ireland nowhere to go. He gets stopped, and they're going to give him nice forward progress out at the 43-yard line. He loses 5. Tackle for loss for the Tribe. And that'll make it 3rd down and long, and the clock is running out. That'll be the end of the quarter. A big defensive play for Roseburg to stop things on the drive for North Eugene. And the Highlanders will have 3rd and long when we come back for the fourth quarter. Back after this 1-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
12 minutes on the board. Roseburg leading by 7. We swap sides of the field. North Eugene will come out facing 3rd down and 13 as we begin the fourth quarter. Now moving left to right on your radio dial. Penalty flag out. Why not to start out this fourth quarter? Probably an illegal motion or false start here on the Highlanders, and that is going to be the case. So they will put themselves even further in a hole on 3rd and long. Tonight's ballgame brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be. So the penalty flag will drop the Highlanders back to their own 38-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and 18. Just 1 second ticked off the clock, even though they didn't actually run a play there. Ireland in shotgun. 2 targets either side, looking to pass, goes down the seam route, has a man down there, and it is caught. Downfield, Pesco Solido makes the catch down to the 31. It'll move the chains. First down, North Eugene. That'll be a 31-yard completion. Pesco Solido makes that catch, his biggest one of the night. He's up to 48 yards total. It'll be first down and 10 for the Highlanders. They strike. Double tight ends. A back offset to the right side. Runner up the middle for Ireland. He eludes the first line, stays on his feet, spins forward as he steps over bodies on the field. He gets inside the 25 to about the 23, picking up 8. Ireland up to 35 yards on 13 carries. They're keeping him much more in control here tonight. He had 135 yards last week on the ground and scored 2 touchdowns. He does have 1 score so far here tonight in a close ball game. Roseburg leading by 7. Second down and short. Deep under center goes Ireland. Almost tripped as he went to hand it off. The handoff stopped at the line of scrimmage and not able to pick up more than maybe a yard. Sharpless Tate there in the mix on that tackle. And it'll be right back to the line of scrimmage. It looks like it'll be third down and 3. Make it 2. They do put it right back at the line of scrimmage at the 23. Whitwood, no gain on the carry. Third down and short, probably 4-down territory here for the Highlanders. Deep back is Whitwood. The offset back is Zayden Donahue to the left. Give it to Whitwood, running behind Donahue. He weaves his way back to the middle of the field, and he's got the first down as he takes it to the 19. Pickup of 4. Ball in the red zone for the Highlanders. They scored on their last drive after Roseburg returned the opening kickoff to the second half. 89 yards for a score. But North Eugene marching their way down the field once, looking to do it again. Ireland on the keeper, trying to run up the middle, bounces it to the left side, a spin move. A.J. Black won't let him get away, and he's got some friends to come and help him. Nick Ruiz helping get in on the tackle. Also in on that one, Aiden Morales. And Roseburg will get a stop on first down, just a gain of 1 for Ireland. Gets to the 18. Second down and 9. If North Eugene were to consider a field goal on this side of the field, they'd be kicking into the wind, just in case you were curious. We know that Johannes hit a 25-yard PAT moments ago. Looking to pass, heading towards the end zone. Hibbler fighting off the defense. Did he come up with the football, though? It is a touchdown, North Eugene. There's penalty flags out everywhere, I assume for pass interference. But Hibbler came up with it anyways. And they will confer here, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be 6. It is pass interference on the defense. That'll be declined. It's 6 on the board, and we're a PAT away from a tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. North Eugene, a touchdown to start the fourth. An 18-yard pass. Hibbler fighting through the defense, hanging on to the football. Johannes out for the PAT. The holder is Pesco Solido. Gets it down. The kick is away. That might have kissed off the left upright. It goes through, and we are tied. 21-all here in the fourth quarter with 8:45 to go. We take a 30-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Second touchdown grab of the night for Aiden Hibbler, the junior, 6'2", 175. He is a big target, and he fights off the defense to make the catch. So we got this one tied. Roseburg's offense hasn't done a lot in the second half. The special teams getting a score to start the third quarter, and now Roseburg's offense looking to try and respond. Roseburg will protect against a possible onside kick. North Eugene will spread them out and look as if they are going to kick it deep. It is Silas Sixkiller, right-footed kicker, that will punt this one deep. That ball to the 16-yard line for Paxton Burke. He tries to run away from the defense. He will. Gets out to the 30, not quite the 30. He's up just short to the 29. And here comes the Hankies. 3 of them on the field as we get this drive started. Tonight's ballgame brought to you by Roseburg Country Club, established in 1922, offering an 18-hole course with excellent year-round playability. Find out more at roseburgcountryclub.com. So the return got out to the 29 for Burke. But the officials are discussing what these yellow flags will be about. The flags are down at the 28. Unsportsmanlike against North Eugene. So from the 28, Roseburg will get some help from North Eugene. The penalty will put it all the way out to the 43-yard line. So the Indians will set up in decent field position near midfield with 8:36 to go in the ball game. It is tied. Caden Moon will be under center with Eli Smith behind him. 2 targets either side. Smith goes to the wrong side, or Moon went to the wrong side. One of them does, and the miscommunication will lead to a tackle for loss. And we are back to the 40-yard line. Loss of 3 on the play. Timeout taken by Roseburg. Let's go ahead and do it as well. We'll take a 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Roseburg, after a tackle for loss, will have the football facing second and long before they run their next play. Why don't we pause 10 seconds for station identification? This is Roseburg football here on the Score. Roseburg will have one man spread to the left side. That's Stedman under center. McLean Stedman's going to just tuck it and try to run out to the far side. He's got Christenberry blocking, and a penalty flag out as Stedman will break free. He's down the sideline. He's at the 10. High steps. He lost the football. It'll go out at the 2-yard line, but this looks like it's coming back. Penalty flag's back at the 42. Stedman broke free, did a nice job weaving through traffic, but apparently got some help as a holding penalty is called. Back at the 42-yard line. Stedman had broken free. I think he just dropped the football. He didn't have anybody around him. I don't think, that would have helped knock it free. It just kind of tumbled out of his hands, and he was lucky to get it back and knock it out of bounds at the 2, but unfortunately none of that ended up mattering anyways. So the penalty flag will negate what would have been a 55-yard run. 55-yard run, I believe. And now the ball's back at the 32. So the ball at the 32, Roseburg's got to get it 21 yards for a first down. They've got second down here. Moon back in at quarterback, trips to his left. He'll move a man in motion from right to left. This is Stedman again, and they're going to run it again. He goes over the left side, and we'll get to the 40. Moon is available. He's standing next to Coach Watson and Coach Neal on the sideline. And I think he'll be running the play back in to run things here. They're just trying to mix it up a little bit with the speedy McLean Stedman behind center. Ball out to the 40, a pickup of 8 on the ground for Stedman. And it'll be third down and 13. At the 40-yard line. It is third down, and it is Caden Moon back into the game for Roseburg. Christenberry to the near side. Hertini out to the far side. They've got I formation behind Moon. The deep back is Rush. Fake the handoff. Play action rolling to his left. Moon tucks it. He'll get to the 45. He is spun out and thrown into his teammates on the sideline. In on the tackle there is Brendan May. Put him out at the 48-yard line. A pickup of 8 on the ground. Still in Roseburg territory. Roseburg's got fourth down and 5 near midfield. Clock is down to 6:55. It has stopped with the play run out of bounds. And we'll see if Roseburg's going to go for it here. They have got Moon out there. They drop him back as if he might kick it. And a penalty flag out from the far side. I'll wait to see what this one is, but my guess is it's not going to be beneficial for Roseburg. Unless maybe an extra man on the field for North Eugene. Officials with their communication devices. It is a substitution violation against North Eugene. And that'll move the chains. Obviously, without the benefit of all the cameras and replays and the crew to play it all back for you and tell you what happened, I'm not going to be able to tell you if a guy was off the field or what happened there because they never did snap the football. But Roseburg will get benefit of a penalty and a fresh set of downs as they'll spot the football at the North Eugene 47. Roseburg runs up the middle with Nick Ruiz, the junior. Able to work his way, chopping the feet, digging his way to the 43-yard line. Ruiz will pick up 4. Roseburg's had a lot of ball carriers tonight. Moon under center. Stedman spread to the left side. Rush moves in motion. Give it to Ruiz again. Right up the middle. They blitz right at him. Quick sprint up the middle for Ruiz. He gets it inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line, and he is a yard shy of the first down marker. And so that is a pickup of 5. Ruiz on 2 carries has 9 yards and has Roseburg at 3rd and short. Stedman on the left side. Hertini out on the far side. You've got Smith, the lone back in the backfield. Rush moves in motion. Give it to Smith. He makes one cut back to the middle of the field. Should have enough for the first down. Didn't get a whole lot more, but he gets it to the 36, and that moves the chains. A 2-yard pickup for Eli Smith. It's been a limited night tonight in his first game back after an injury. The ball will be at the 36-yard line, marching into North Eugene territory here for Roseburg. Burwell will set up on the right side of the line. Smith in the backfield, Moon under center. Give it to Smith right side, and just another chunk yardage for Roseburg. They want to be on target with about 3 yards per play, and right now they're kind of staying on that schedule. In fact, just a little bit extra there for Smith. He gets to the 32-yard line and picks up 4. Stedman will give the call to Moon. Burwell and Rush on either end at the A-back position for the Tribe. Smith in the backfield. One target either side. Rush on the left, moves in motion. Yeah, ball comes out. These handoffs, got to get him cleaned up. Not sure if Moon tried to pull it out or if he just didn't get it all the way in the breadbasket for Smith, and the ball ends up on the turf. It goes down at the 34-yard line, a loss of 2 on the fumble. So it's now 3rd down and long after the loss of 2. It's a 21-21 score with 3:53 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Roseburg trying to recapture the lead. They've led all the way in this one. And whistles as the snap came out. I don't see any flag from the far side. It's a false start against Roseburg. So back him up. The ball will go back to the 39. That's the 4th penalty on this drive alone. 2 by each team. We've had 5 penalties total here in the 4th quarter so far. We had 7 in that 3rd quarter. Penalties adding up here in the 2nd half. Burwell will spread out wide to the far side, along with Hertini. Stedman and Rush on the left side. Smith will spread wide to the left in the backfield with Moon. They move Hertini in motion, fake the handoff, looking to pass. Got a man down the sideline. It is Stedman. He made a one-handed catch, but he's out of bounds. And the unfortunate part, obviously, is that he's out of bounds after a spectacular catch, but Eli Rush was wide open down the seam. He would have scored 6 if Moon had seen him. Moon does throw up a pretty stinking good ball, and obviously a heck of a catch by Stedman, but a missed opportunity on a man wide open down the seam route. Incomplete, and it's 4th down for Roseburg. So here we go, 4th down. It's a tie ball game. Roseburg looks like they might play it safe to try and trap North Eugene deep in their own territory. Moon gets the kick away. A fair catch called for. Hibbler will get it at the 9. And here comes the Highlanders offense with 2:56 to go in the game. It's tied 21-all, and they've got a chance to try and take the lead for the first time tonight. They'll have the ball at their own 9-yard line with 2:56 left to go. That was just not a bad. It's just not a bad ball by Caden Moon. Just wish he had seen the wide open receiver. I get it going to Stedman. He is your top receiver, but had a chance there. And Eli Smith was throwing up his hands going, man, I was wide open. Although every receiver thinks they're wide open. All right, here we go. Here's the drive for North Eugene. They've got a tie ball game. They scored to tie it up here to start this fourth quarter. They'll run it out to the outside edge, breaking up field, and good yardage on first down for the Highlanders. It's Ireland on the keeper as he gets to the 20-yard line, and that's going to be really close to the first down. They haven't moved the chains yet. Now they will. I think they ended up spotting the ball at the 10 instead of the 9. The run out to the 20 is a 10-yard gain for Ireland. And it is first down and 10. The first play is a short gain here. Ireland once again, he will get to the 22-yard line, picks up 2. We haven't really seen North Eugene go up-tempo much here tonight, but they're moving a bit quicker here as time winding down. 2:15 to go. Second down and 8. A man in motion. Handed off, trying to go on the end around. Trapped in the backfield. It is a tackle for loss. Burwell there first to slow him up, and then Burke finishes him off. And Roseburg will get Pesco Solido in the backfield. A tackle for loss back to the 15, a loss of 7. Roseburg up at the line of scrimmage, come up with a play. And it's now third down, and it is 15 yards to go. The defense needs to come up with a big play here. Burke and Moon are the safeties deep. Stedman and Rush in coverage. Looking to pass over the middle. Caught. Hibbler slowed down. Short of the line to gain. His second effort will get him close, but he's going to be short. It will be fourth down and a yard on the second effort by Aiden Hibbler. What a fight to get close to the sticks. They're down at the 29. It was a pickup of 14 on the pass completion. Do they keep the offense on the field? Kind of looks like they're going to. And we'll get a timeout taken down on the field. It'll be North Eugene that calls the timeout. Their first in the second half. Fourth down and 1, a big play coming up here. North Eugene and Roseburg tied with 58 seconds left to go in the ballgame. Take a 30-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Big moment in the ball game here. Fourth and a yard. North Eugene with the offense on the field. It's a tie ball game with under 60 seconds left to go in this one. 21-all. Under center is Ireland. Fourth and a yard. He'll turn, hands it off, running left side, and he got hit at the line but falls forward for the first down. It is a conversion by Whitwood, and it's first down and 10 for North Eugene. They'll move the chains, and it's an injury timeout for the Highlanders. They've got a man down on the field. Looked like he was about ready to get himself up, but he got told to stay where he was as they check on him. So an injury timeout. Everybody will head to their respective sidelines. The run by Whitwood took the ball to the 20, make that the 32-yard line. A pickup of 3. He's over 150 yards on the night. The man that was down on the field was Zayden Donahue, the junior, acting a bit as a fullback for North Eugene. So the clock did start on that running play, 53.5 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. They'll wind it once we get done with this injury timeout. They'll get the clock running, as it should at least, once the Highlanders come out. But because of the injury here, they get the extra bit of time to talk over their next play. So back out there, first down. The ball at the 32-yard line. 68 yards to go. We'll see how this goes here. Shotgun snap, looking to pass, looking to go downfield. Wobbly pass. McLean Stedman can't break it up. It's caught at the 10, the 5, high stepping to the end zone. A touchdown. I don't see any laundry on the field. It's going to go as a score. And North Eugene will strike a huge play downfield. Pesco Solido is into the end zone for 6. Heartbreak for the Indians. 68 yards. Stedman looked like he was in good coverage, but he couldn't break it up. And Pesco Solido hauls it in and sprints to the end zone. The PAT to make it a full 7-point game. The kick from Johansson is good, and it is 28-21. That was the final score last year when these two teams met. With 39.1 seconds to go, Roseburg will look for a big answer when we return after this 30-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the score at 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
1964, two high school pals opened up a pizza parlor. Over 60 years later, their mission of providing a great value and family-friendly environment continues to thrive. And what's been their customers' favorite pizza since day one? The Abby's Special. This classic combo of pepperoni, salami with olives, mushrooms, beef, and sausage, and 100% real cheese tastes as good today as it did way back then. Enjoy great value and classic pizza at your neighborhood Abby's.
It's been explosion plays tonight that have been the catalyst in this one for North Eugene. A 68-yard touchdown completion will put the Highlanders on top for the first time tonight. And Roseburg now with 39.1 seconds to go, looking for something special to see if they can tie this one up. Roseburg waiting as North Eugene is all bunched up. They will separate and get ready to kick it away. Six Killer, the right-footed kicker, will back up, kicking left to right. Stedman and Burke, they've both returned kickoffs for touchdown this season. It'll go short. A pitch back to Stedman. He'll go right side. He's got some blockers. Might make something happen down the sideline. Here he goes. He's at the 45, the 30. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown! Roseburg answers. They will tie this one up on a PAT if they can do it. Touchdown! The second touchdown return on a kickoff for McLean Stedman tonight. And the Indians come up with the miracle they needed. Can they tie this one up? The PAT ensuing. I've been a part of a lot of football games I have not seen something quite like this one here tonight. The Indians, they need a PAT to tie it up. They trail 28-27. Roseburg will take a timeout. They may look to go for two here with 26 seconds left to go. They take the timeout. They'll have one left in this one. Holy smokes, folks. Oh, if I had a seat, I'd be on the edge of it, but I haven't been sitting down for a couple of hours here tonight. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can go back on the YouTube stream on the iPad here. What you would credit. I'm not sure how far that ball or how far that return was going to be, but it was probably close to about 75 yards. McLean Stedman, his second kickoff return touchdown of the night. And Roseburg's got the offense on the field. They're looking for the win. They trail by one, and now here we go. And that's what I was expecting. North Eugene will take the timeout now that they've seen Roseburg come out onto the field with the offense. So the Highlanders will take a moment. Well, the legendary Thurman Bell would always say, would never, the story is, and I only called a couple of years of Thurman Bell football, but he would never go for the tie. You go for the win. And that is the moment that Roseburg has in front of them right here. 26 seconds left. They score on an improbable kickoff return for a touchdown. They've got the PAT ahead of them. They had the offense on the field initially. I got to imagine they're going to stick with it. They've had a time to draw up a play here. Can they snap the 4-game skid and get their first conference win of the season? They're about 3 yards away from making that happen on this 2-point try. Whew. All righty, here we go. Moon will be under center. You got Smith behind him. Burwell to the right side. Rush to the left. One target either side. Moon moves Rush in motion. Turn, hand it off. It's Moon trying to back his way into the end zone. Did he get in? The signal is no good. Moon doesn't have the ball. Or does he? He was short of the line he was short of the goal line. The officials are talking about it here. I think the ball came out into the end zone. Waiting on the call. I think the ball, in the attempt to probably stretch it across the goal line, it probably got poked loose. Moon was so close. On the keeper, he faked the dive, kept it, went over the right side, got stood up. He was laying short of the goal line without the football. The officials all talking about it here. They ask everybody to kind of give them some space as they debate what happens in this moment. The game on the line. If it's no good, Roseburg will have to go for the onside kick ensuing here. Here they come, the signal. No good. It is North Eugene with a 1-point lead and 26 seconds to go. So it'll be Roseburg kicking. Moon got tackled forward close to the goal line, and the ball just came out as he was going down. It got fumbled into the end zone. But they will say no good. And now we will have the onside kick attempt. 26 seconds to go. If North Eugene can recover, they'll have this 1-1. Roseburg with just one timeout would not have enough opportunities to try and stop the clock. Huerta will be kicking it. We've not seen Roseburg try an onside kick this season. The right-footed kicker will do a squib kick that bounces its way in the middle of the field. It's still loose, but it is picked up and down to a knee. On that football, recovering it was Bodie Huff, and that should pretty much do it here. The ball spotted down at the 22-yard line, but with just one timeout left for Roseburg and 23.5 seconds left on the clock, all North Eugene should have to do is take a couple of kneel downs, and this game should be over. They will set up with Ireland under center. Victory formation. And he takes the kneel down. That'll start the clock. And it does not look like Roseburg's going to call their final timeout, and that is going to do it for this ball game. That penalty flag came out. And my guess is somebody on the Roseburg side ended up saying something as they went by an official. Obviously, Roseburg hoping that the officials would come up with a conclusion on that two-point try that was in their favor, and obviously unhappy that they did not. So penalty flag here, I believe, might just be a personal foul that will back things up here. It doesn't matter. We just need one more kneel down to start the clock. The final score is going to be 28-27, and the Roseburg Indians came so close to pulling off the miracle after North Eugene looked like they had pretty much come up with the miracle play. Roseburg answered with a kickoff return for a touchdown. They did not play it safe. They go for the win and came up just short. The clock rolls, and that will do it here for us tonight. Just the one kneel down needed. Final score, 28-27. We'll wrap it up for you with the postgame show after this. It is our Umpqua Dairy postgame show when we return here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and other.
The Roseburg Indians meet at midfield as tonight does not go their way despite a valiant effort. Special teams, a huge night here tonight as Roseburg gets 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the second half. And, boy, they go for the win and come up just short of making it happen here tonight. Heartbreak in a hard-fought game. This was a fun one to call. Unfortunately, you feel for the team trying to get out of this rut, and they were oh so close to doing so. Tonight, this is our Umpqua Dairy postgame show. Stay with us here as we recap this one for you. We will have our Quality Fence player of the game tonight. I'll give you a guess on who that might be. First quarter was scoreless. Neither team able to do much with their offense. Second quarter, Roseburg starts it off. They would get the touchdown run from Caden Moon, 24 yards. They were unable to convert the PAT, and so it was a 6-0 lead in the first half for Roseburg. Roseburg would add another touchdown to make it 14-0. This time a 54-yard touchdown run by Caden Moon. And they would run in the 2-point try by Dre Burwell to make it 14-0. But North Eugene would not be denied in the first half. They would get one on the board, a 20-yard touchdown pass from Day Ireland, connecting with Aiden Hibbler. The PAT by Miley Johansson was good, and it was 14-7 at the break. Roseburg returned the opening kickoff to the second half, 89 yards. McLean Stedman would put Roseburg on top, 21-7. But North Eugene would get a touchdown run, a 1-yard run by Ireland after what was a 6-play drive covering 83 yards. And Ireland would cap it off with that run. The PAT by Johansson was good to make it 21-14, our score at the end of 3 quarters. North Eugene tied it up on their first drive in the fourth quarter. It started with 2 plays in the third. It would go into the fourth quarter, and they would cap it on a touchdown pass from Ireland, connecting once again with Hibbler, his second touchdown grab of the night, this time from 18 yards out. The kick good, tied us up at 21-all with 8:45 to go in the ball game. And Roseburg would have to punt on their next drive after eating up some clock. North Eugene would get it, and they were facing 3rd and long. They go deep, and therefore the catch was Pesco Solido, and he would catch and run for 68 yards. The PAT was good. It made it 28-21. North Eugene in front with just 39 seconds to go in the ball game, but the improbable happened. A 75-ish yard kickoff return, the second of the night for McLean Stedman. He would score, get Roseburg within 1. They elected to go for 2, but Caden Moon stopped just short of the goal line. Actually, the fumble goes into the end zone, but the ruling from the officials, the point after, no good. And that is how this one wraps up here tonight. The Roseburg Indians fall 28-27. North Eugene will improve to 4-2 on the year. They're now 3-1 in league play. They are 4-0 on the road. They have not won a game at home, but they are undefeated on the road. As for Roseburg, they fall to 1-5, and they are 0-4 in conference play. They'll have a bye week coming up next. We'll talk more about that after we get in one more break here on the Umpqua Dairy postgame show. We will look at statistics for the individual statistics. We'll look at the schedule. We'll try to get you a couple of scores and get you on your way here on this Friday night. Back in just a moment on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
The best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan?
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
Final here tonight, Roseburg falls against North Eugene 28-27. Let's quickly look at some stats from this one here this evening. Day Ireland, 179 yards through the air. He throws for 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. On the ground, he ran for 48 yards and a score. Riley Whitwood ended up with 151 yards on 17 carries for the evening. Aiden Hibbler, 4 catches, 63 yards, 2 scores. Pesco Solido ended up with 4 catches for 116 yards and the 1 touchdown. On the other side for Roseburg, just the 1 pass completion, everything else done on the ground. Caden Moon had 86 yards on 10 carries. He scored 2 touchdowns. And then special teams doing much of the work here tonight. McLean Stedman had 28 yards on the ground, 4 carries, 6 carries for 21 yards for Eli Smith here tonight. Those are kind of the highlights here this evening. I mean, the penalties really disrupted this one here tonight. You got to remember that McLean Stedman had a touchdown run that he broke free, got called back because of a holding. A lot of, once again, I've said it all night. I was going into it believing the thing that Roseburg needs to get going the most is just eliminating the self-inflicted wounds. And tonight, unfortunately, there were a few of them. And Roseburg unable to stay on the right side of things here tonight. So we wrap it up as we start polishing things up on this broadcast this evening. It is time now to name our Quality Fence Player of the Game. Quality Fence, they're doing it right for you. Your Quality Fence player who was doing it right tonight, McLean Stedman. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns tonight. That is one way to do it. Stedman is our player of the game this evening for the Roseburg Indians. Coming up next for North Eugene will be the Churchill Lancers. That'll be a home game coming up for the Highlanders. For Roseburg, next week, a bye week, a chance to kind of rest up, recharge, and hopefully get things together for the stretch run of the regular season. So that is what's coming up next. So we will be off next week. We will not have a Friday night pregame show for those that tune in for that on the radio leading into our broadcast. And we will not have a football game on the air Friday night next week. So just so you know, we'll be seeing you in 2 weeks from today. Some quick other scores. Churchill and Crater going at it. Under 5 minutes left in that game. Last report, 36-28. Churchill in front of Crater in a tight one there. Churchill going to be visiting North Eugene in their next game. South Umpqua falls against Siuslaw 48-13 in that one this evening. Let's see here. Yeah, that's about all the scores I've got on that. Actually, they are going to overtime down in Winston. They are tied up at 34. Douglas and Sutherland squaring off down in Winston, and they're going to overtime in that one. So that'll be a fun one to finish out there. Tom Agers, the sports editor for the News Review, he's down there covering that one. So he'll have a good recap of that one for you coming up on nrtoday.com. That is going to do it for us here tonight, folks. Appreciate everybody that helped get us on the air here this evening. First and foremost, want to say thank you to North Eugene head coach Rick Rage. He spent some time talking with me leading up to this week's game. Appreciate, as always, the opposing coaches spending some time on the phone with me, giving me some details on their teams. As always, want to say thanks to athletic director Adam Blue, head coach Matt Watson, and the entire Roseburg football program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg football on the Score. Want to say thank you to Angela Keeran for helping out with the video production here on site tonight. Big thank to Brenton Cranford back in the studio for the radio production this evening. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast. Because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. Roseburg gets a week off next week. They definitely could probably use a little bit of time to kind of try to reset things for the stretch run of the season. So they'll have next week off from competition. They'll be practicing and getting ready for their next matchup. They'll be back on the field in 2 weeks when they will be back here at home to take on the South Eugene X. That'll be a fun one, and we will have a special alumni tailgater going on from 5 to 7 before the game out in the quad by the high school gymnasium leading into the football stadium here. So I invite all the alumni out to be a part of the alumni tailgater leading into the homecoming game against South Eugene in 2 weeks on October 17th when Roseburg is back out on the field. And that'll be our next broadcast of Roseburg football. So we'll talk to you then, folks. That'll be October 17th when we're back on the air bringing you Roseburg football right here on 541radio.com and on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. All right.